I am Assistant Professor Milan Patel from Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center Navsari welcomes you in video lecture of the subject Control System Theory having subject code 31309005. So today we will discuss the first topic from the chapter number 1, Introduction to the Control System. Now, flow of contents. First one, introduction. Second, history of automatic control, examples of control systems, open versus closed loop systems, objectives of the control system, and last, previously asked GTU questions related this video lecture. Now, first question, what is input? The stimulus or excitation applied to a control system from an external source in order to produce the output is called input. So the input is a signal to obtain output from any system. Now, output, the actual response obtained from a system is called output by applying input signal. So output is nothing but the response obtained by the system after applying the input source. Now, system. A system is an arrangement of or a combination of different physical components connected or related in such a manner so as to form an entire unit to attain a certain objective. So a system is arrangement or a combination of a different physical component connected or related such a manner to produce a particular work or particular objective. So this is the block diagram for the system. It consists of input, output and physical system. Now control. It means to regulate, direct or command a system so that the desired objective is attained. So control is nothing but to regulate the process or the system. Now combining above definitions, system plus control is equal to control system. So the system having control on its process is called control system. Now, control system. It is an arrangement of different physical elements connected in such a manner so as to regulate, direct or command itself to achieve a certain objective. So basic difference between system and control system is that in system we will get only output, but in control system we will get desired output. Now difference between system and control system. When in simple system there is input and proper output, means may or may not be desired. So in simple system the output may or may not be desired or required by us, but in control system the output of the system is desired as required by us. So this is the basic difference between simple system and control system. So in control system we will get the desired output. Now difference between system and control system. Let's take an example of fan for this concept. So consider fan as a system. So we will provide input of 230 volt 50 Hz AC supply to this fan or system, and as an output we will get airflow. So this is called simple system. Now a fan can't say a system. So a fan without blades cannot be a system because it cannot provide a desired or proper output or airflow. So same system as discussed earlier, but we remove the blades of this fan. So it will not provide airflow as an output. So this is not called system. So for system, it must require to give any kind of output. A fan can be a system when a fan with blades but without regulator can be a system because it can provide a proper output in form of airflow, but it cannot be a control system because it cannot provide desired output, means controlled airflow. So this system with input of 230 volt 50 hertz AC supply and output of the airflow consisting this thing called system, but it cannot be called a control system because we cannot control the output or we cannot control the airflow of the fan. So it can be a system. Now a fan can be a control system. A fan with blades and with regulator can be a control system because it can provide a desired output in form of controlled air flow. So previously diagram will replaced with this control element or regulator. So instead of giving this input directly to the fan, we will provide this input to the control element and this control element will give the supply to the fan, and by doing this we will get controlled airflow or desired output for the particular fan or control system. So by regulating this control element we can get the desired output. Basic definitions of a system. Now a system is a combination or an arrangement of different physical components which act together as a entire unit to achieve certain objective. So system is nothing but combination or arrangement of a different physical component for doing the particular work or particular objective. Let's consider one example of a classroom. A classroom is a physical system, a room along with the combinations of benches, blackboards, fans, lighting arrangements, etc. can be called as a classroom, which acts as a elementary system. Now, in a classroom where professor is delivering his lecture, it becomes a control system as he tries to regulate, direct or command the student in order to achieve the objective, which is to input good knowledge to the students. So main output of the classroom is to giving good knowledge to the students. So professor will control students or direct students for doing this. So this is the system. Now classification of control system. So depending on control action, the control system may be divided in two types. First one is open loop control system and second one is closed loop control system. Now what is open loop control system? So a system in which the control action is totally independent of the output of the system is called as an open loop system. So a system without any feedback path is called open loop system. So this is the basic block diagram for the open loop control system. It mainly consists of input, controller, process and controlled output. So this output may be desired or not. Now example for the open loop control system. First one is electric hand dryer. So hot air output comes out as long as you keep your hand under the machine, irrespective of how much your hand is dried. So this machine will not sense the dryness of your hand, but only give hot air as an output. So this is the open loop control system example. Now another example of this system is automatic washing machine. These machines run according to the preset time, irrespective of washing is completed or not. So this machine will not check the cleanliness of the cloth, and it will run only the basis of the timer set by the user. So this is a open loop system. Now bread toaster. This machine runs as per adjusted time, irrespective of toasting is completed or not. So this machine also will not check whether the toasting is completed or not. It will work on the basis of the time. Now automatic tea or coffee vending machine. These machines also function for pre-adjusted time only. So we have to provide raw materials for the coffee or tea in this machine, and it will give tea or coffee on the basis of the time, and it will not check the taste for the particular tea or coffee. So this is also open loop system. Now another examples of open loop control systems are light switch. So lamps glow whether whenever light switch is on, irrespective of light is required or not. Whenever we will start the switch, the light will glow, but the switch cannot sense the darkness, so it is on whether it is required or not. So it will not sense the darkness and glow when we will start the switch. Now volume on stereo system. Volume is adjusted manually irrespective of output volume level. So volume on stereo is also one kind of open loop system. Now advantages of open loop control system. So first advantage is simple in construction and design. Because of absent of feedback path, it is simple to construct and design. It is economical because there is no sensor required for it. Easy to maintain. Maintenance is easy. Generally, it is stable. Convenient to use, an output is difficult to measure. So these are the advantages for the open loop system. Now disadvantages for the open loop control system. They are inaccurate, they are unreliable, any change in output cannot be corrected automatically. So these are the disadvantages for the open loop control system. So it is inaccurate, unreliable, and automatically not corrected the output. Now what is closed loop system? So definition: a system in which the control action is somehow dependent on the output is called as closed loop system. So the system which depend on the output of the system is called closed loop system. So this is the basic block diagram for the closed loop control system. It mainly consists of input, reference transducer, controller, plant or system, feedback transducer. Means this is the reverse path and it is called feedback path. It will sense the output and compare this output with the reference input and this is the summing point will generate error signal for the controller, and by utilizing this error signal, controller will give the signal to the plant or system to give the desired output. Whenever the value of this error signal is 0, then the working of controller will be 0 and direct input is given to the plant. So uh, the controller work is to minimize the error as possible as. Now examples for the closed loop control system. First one is automatic electric iron. Heating elements are controlled by the output temperature of the iron. So this is the block diagram for the iron. So timer, heating elements, clothes and sensors are there. This sensor will sense the temperature of the iron and it will give the signal to this timer, and this is the desired time. Electrical energy which will supply by us 230 volt 50 hertz. So if the temperature is not desired, then this sensor will sense and give the signal to this timer. So on the basis of this, the timer will uh, set its value and give the electric energy to the heating element. As our desired temperature is set up, then this signal become 0. So this electric energy will directly cut off from the heating element, and this constant temperature is maintained by this heating element, and this will use to ironing the clothes. So this is the automatic electric iron. So feedback path is there, that's why it is called closed loop system. Now second one is inverter AC. The inverter air conditioner uses an inverter for controlling the compressor speed. Now sensors measure the ambient air temperature and then adjust the compressor to the required level. So in inverter AC, input is temperature, plant is our AC, controller is inverter inside VFD, means variable frequency drive, and output is change in speed. So as the temperature of a particular room is obtained by the presetted value, then the speed of the compressor will slower down by this VFD. So this is a inverter AC. It is also example for the closed loop system. Now missile launcher. A missile launcher detects the position of the plane using radar tracking unit and then launch the missile on the target. So in missile launcher, input is a position for particular rocket or a particular plane. Now plant is launcher, controller is control computer system. So computer system is used as a controller for this missile launcher, and in output we will get our target. So this is also closed loop control system. Now advantages of the closed loop control system. Closed loop control systems are more accurate even in presence of a non-linearity. So for non-linear input, also our closed loop systems are more accurate. Highly accurate, as any error arising is corrected due to the presence of feedback signal. Bandwidth range is large. Facilitates automation for any purpose. The sensitivity of the system may be made small to make system more stable. So the sensitivity of the system may be made small to make the system more stable. This system is less affected by the noise. So due to presence of the feedback path, this system is less affected by the noise. Disadvantages of the closed loop control system: they are costlier, they are complicated to design, required more maintenance, feedback leads to oscillatory response, overall gain is reduced due to presence of feedback, and stability is the major problem and more care is needed to design a stable closed loop system. So this is the most challenging work to do for the stability in the closed loop system. So stability is the major problem during the closed loop system designing. Difference between open loop control system and closed loop control system. So first one is the open loop systems are simple and economical, and for closed loop systems are complex and costlier. They consume less power, they consume more power. The open loop systems are easier to construct because of less number of components required. The closed loop systems are not easy to construct because of the more number of components are required. And due to the more number of components required, the power consumption is more in the closed loop system. Now the open loop systems are inaccurate and unreliable, whether the closed loop systems are accurate and more reliable. Stability is not a major problem in open loop control system. Generally, open loop systems are stable. Stability is a major problem in closed loop system and more care is needed to design a stable control system. So this is the main challenge for us for maintaining the stability for the closed loop system. Bandwidth is small for open loop system and large bandwidth is in closed loop system. Feedback element is absent. Feedback elements are present. Output is measured. Output measurement is not necessary because there are no any feedback path. Output measurement is necessary for the feedback purpose. The change in output due to external disturbances are not corrected automatically, so they are more sensitive to noise and other disturbances. The changes in the output due to external disturbances are corrected automatically, so they are less sensitive to noise and other disturbances. Now, examples for the open loop system. First one is coffee maker, automatic toaster, hand dryer, washing machine, and ceiling fan. An example for the closed loop systems are inverter ACs, missile launchers, temperature control of oven, servo voltage stabilizer. So they are the examples for the closed loop system. Now, objectives of control system. So first objective, to ensure that activities are performed in accordance with the predetermined standard, that is to see that activity is achieving the desired result. Second one is to know what is happening or what has actually happened in the organization. Third one is to determine the corrective action if any required for the achievement of goals with a minimum of time, effort and expense. Fourth, to coordinate the diverse activities and efforts. And last one, to improve the efficiency of the operations by the minimizing the unnecessary and wasteful actions. So these are the main objectives for the control system. Now previously asked GTU questions. So first question, what is control system? Mention the difference between the open loop and closed loop control system for 7 marks in winter 2015. Give difference between open loop and closed loop control system for 4 marks in summer 2018 and also asked for summer 2019. Third one is draw a neat block diagram of a general closed loop control system. Explain the role of each of these block in details for 7 marks in summer 2016. Fourth one is define open loop and closed loop control systems. Mention their merits and demerits for the 3 marks in winter 2017. Explain in brief The open loop and closed loop control systems with one example of each. Compare their merits and demerits for 7 marks in summer 2016. Now again compare open loop versus closed loop control system for 7 marks in summer 2017. Write a short note on feedback control system for 3 marks in summer 2017. Feedback control system is nothing but closed loop control system. So don't be confused for this feedback control system word. Describe the basic 3 objectives of any control system for 3 mark in winter 2018. So exam point of view, this video lecture is very important. I hope you understood